NNPC assures of sufficient supply of petrol to last for 32 days. In a bid to ensuring quality of service, the federal government says ICT projects up to ₦1 million to obtain quality assurance certificate. And on Commodity Watch, diesel prices hit 630 naira across the country. This is Business Express on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. We're reaching you from Abuja, the nation's capital. And I am Leah Kating. Baba today. The communications and digital economy sector is no doubt performing optimally, and the federal government is taking steps towards ensuring quality of service by its agencies. From now on, institutions that carry out any ICT project that is up to ₦1 million are expected to obtain quality assurance certificate. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy Issa Pantami briefed journalists after the FEC meeting on Wednesday.
Strategies of introducing ICT project clearance: one, to save costs; two, to fight corruption. And this is very important, and we have been discovering so many cases that are suspicious, and we reviewed them critically and draw the attention of institutions where necessary. Sometimes some institutions were even reported to Economic and Financial Crimes Commission or any institution of government, as the case may be. And also part of the benefits is ensure the security of our digital facilities, because part of the clearance, any project submitted, it is going to be reviewed critically to ensure that the security of our country, particularly our cyberspace, is not going to be compromised.
Now, still with that meeting, Group Managing Director of the NNPC on Wednesday informed the Federal Executive Council of efforts at addressing scarcity of petrol. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity in the Office of the Vice President, Laolu Akonde, briefed the press on these after the meeting.
Informed the council that there is enough stock, I think about 1.9 billion liters that is available, enough to last for 32 days. He also said that the agency is working 24 hours. There's a 24-hour loading that is going on at all depots across the country, working with DSS, MOAN, DPM, and IPMAN to ensure that this situation improves.
Oil prices rose on Thursday following a sharp drop on Wednesday as the market contemplated whether major producers would boost supply to help plug the gap in output from Russia due to sanctions for its invasion of Ukraine. Brent crude futures were up $3.1 or 2.8% at $114.24 a barrel after trading in the more than $5 range. The benchmark contract fell 13% on Wednesday in its biggest one-day drop in nearly 2 years. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were up $1.58 at $110.28 a barrel after trading in a more than $4 range. Meanwhile, the average cost of automotive gas oil, otherwise known as diesel, has risen to about 625 naira per litre in some of the filling stations that are willing to sell in Lagos State. Reports say some of them are selling for as high as 630 naira per litre. The surge in the price of the product represents a 118.75% increase in less than 2 months when compared to the 288 naira per litre that is sold in January 2022, according to figures released by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS). Experts say the increase in the pump price of diesel at filling stations could be attributed to the depreciation of the naira, which has pushed up the cost of importing the product, and most importantly, the surge in global crude oil price as a result of the Russia-Ukraine war. Still talking commodities, gold prices fell on Thursday as traders moved away from safe haven bets after global shares rallied. Let's see prices on the global market. Next is Surviving COVID-19, sponsored by the Central Bank of Nigeria and put together by Benny Adams.
Surviving COVID-19 series is brought to you in partnership with the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Justina Judea Adams is an entrepreneur in the digital economy. She connects people to goods and services, people to products, and people to people, and get paid.
They just have an app where they connect people to people. We have car companies, very big car company. The largest taxi company is actually an app. They connect people, they connect you to your rider, and they get their commission, and you also get your commission. So that's exactly what we do here. We connect people to products, and we're getting paid for it. So connected economy is here to stay, and that's the last revolution for the common man. Because when you get to 80, can you go to your shop? When you get to 70, can you go to that business?
How sustainable is such a business?
The pandemic has shown us that the connected and digital economy is the way to go. I remember during the pandemic, at the heat of the we're still in the pandemic, but let me say at the heat of the pandemic, where people locked their shops and they had their keys in their house. But guess what? In our business, we're making money because we went online and we're connecting people online. So connected economy is the way to go, because if there's something else, if there's another shocker in the economy worldwide, we know where to go to. So it's better you start partnering with a leverage system where you can earn money while you sleep. So we teach people how to get commission from everything they do. People refer people to products and services every day, but they don't get paid for it because they don't know what to do. But we know what to do. We train it to make money from that referral. So you refer someone to a salon, you get commission on it. So here we refer people to products and services and we get commission on it. So you get paid for everything you do in the connected economy.
Surviving COVID-19 series is brought to you in partnership with the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Youth leaders from across the country have been challenged to invest their energy into productive ventures through innovation in their pursuit of economic development. This is coming on the heels of a capacity building training for youth organized by the Center for Strategic Leadership and Youth Orientation in Abuja, with the theme Making Nigerian Environment Favorable for Youth Development and What Youths Must Do.
The opportunities we have, how to turn around our circumstances and better it, can only come through proper innovation, creativity, application of skills. So we need to acquire the right skills and apply it in a manner that will bring sustainable development. It is one step, one click, one step, one punch. That's where we'll get to the place. So we're ready to build a better nation. Now, government will not bring about solution. Government will create an environment for us to provide solutions. We can.
Sachet water has become one of the most efficient sources of potable water for Nigerians due to non-availability of many other sources of clean water. Tayosho in Ekiti State reports that the current poor power supply coupled with scarcity of petroleum products is driving the price of sachet water beyond the reach of many. Her report.
Ayo is a trader who earns a living from selling sachet water and other drinks. With the strategic location of her shop in the heart of Ado-Ekiti, business of selling sachet water was good, but that was until the recent skyrocketing in the price of packaged water.
20 naira no move like 10 naira. Some people say who buy water now can say maybe sell 10 bags in a day. Now maybe now 3 bags or 2 bags they sell in a day.
Today, within the space of just 1 month, the price of a 50 centiliters packaged water has jumped from 10 to 20 naira.
And if there's a lot of water around us, it is not everybody that will be buying pure water.
A pack of 20, which used to cost 110 naira, is now 200 naira, which many consumers considered prohibitive. But the producers of packaged water say they cannot help it. As it is today, many of the sachet water factories are producing at less than their installed capacities as a result of the challenge of power supply.
For us to sustain our factories, something has to be done. And that's why the issue of increase eventually come here.
Before now, we are buying the diesel of 300, but now it's 550 naira per liter. The same applicable to petrol.
Many filling stations in Ado-Ekiti are still very inactive as a result of no supply. The few that are in operation only have petrol, with long queues and rowdy sessions.
Now, it's been a mixed trading week for stock traders in the Nigerian stock market. Of course, obviously affected by crisis between Russia and Ukraine that has seen the markets go up and down. But Wednesday, the market finished on a positive note as the benchmark all-share index appreciated by 28 basis points. The all-share index advanced to 47,287.09 basis points as market capitalization, on the other hand, edged up to 25.482 trillion naira. 336.305 million shares exchanged hands by investors in 5,248 deals and was valued at 5.86 billion naira. Press call led 29 gainers as against 12 losers. They were topped by Ella Lakes at the end of the day's session. FBN Holdings, Guarantee and UBA were the most active to boost market turnover. Guarantee and FBN also topped market value list. We take a pause now and we'll be back in a short while. Okay, we take a trip to the commodities market. Now, when you hear people talk about rice revolution in Nigeria, the picture of the pyramid surfaces. But this revolution is far ahead of that. Its impact is blowing through communities like a whirlwind, burying the seed of progress in its trails. Abdullahi Mohammed was in one railway market in Kaduna State where rice makes it thick.
By the old rail tracks, this was once the conveyor of the stuff that makes the market thick. Now it comes from all angles. Rice paddy keeping this market flourishing.
The market stands tall in processing rice paddy.
From initially buying the paddy rice, then following through the process of refining it, then at the final stage here, all the stones are being removed and then packaged then to our homes where we eat the rice.
This is the chain of activities the rice revolution has triggered. And in between, tasks that engages the idle hands with a daily reward to envy.
We are grateful to this government and pray it succeeds.
From the paddy husking to polishing and bagging, each stall has what it takes, but the rice millers are eyes on the privileges enjoyed by rice farmers from the Apex Bank.
The rice now is moving more than the foreign one. People have already started coming back to Nigerian rice. Then we are sure if the government help us with the machines, we are going to do more than the way we are doing now.
The little drops of rice being processed in this market is no doubt a hand that raised the rice pyramids, and this did not appear from the blues. These are the tales of the rice revolution meandering through localities, waking up the sleepy and vulnerable. Abdullahi Muhammad, NTA News.
The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has said that accelerating women's economic empowerment is critical to ensuring developing countries can achieve economic self-reliance and transition from being aid partners to trade partners. In Nigeria, women entrepreneurs are a growing market force already, and as women are being celebrated in the month of March, Business Express is turning attention to women and, of course, preparation for the AFCFTA. Before we go to our guests, we take this very quick short break. Now we're going to our business for today, and our guest is Blessing Iraboza. She's a president, Organization of Women in International Trade, OWIT Nigeria. Thank you and welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me on your show this morning.
Okay, how is the heat treating you?
We're used to it. We're in Nigeria, and with the climate change, everybody's prepared.
Yeah, trying to
adapt.
Just stand the 4 cues.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So let's start by you giving us a picture why women are these very important in business as we drive this conversation.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Blessing Iraboza, President, Organization of Women in International Trade, Nigeria. First and foremost, I'd just like to educate people what OWIT is, and before I go to your question. Organization of Women in International Trade is an organization that is set up to advance women in international trade and businesses. It was set up to support women entrepreneurs so that they can export properly, understanding the basic trade protocols and agreement, helping them to prepare in terms of having their goods ready for export, and also helping them to take advantage of the different trade agreements that are free around the globe, including the African Continental Free Trade Area.
Okay, that's a nice one there. So, what have you done any study? What have you found?
In terms of women has always been there doing businesses, even from the times of our forefathers. Women have been involved in buying and selling. But the only problem we have with women was that they were not really doing this business formally. Women are more than 75% of the
MSMEs.
MS is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, how many of their businesses are really properly in the formal sector? A lot of them are at the informal level. Some of them are not even registered.
Okay.
But with AFTA coming, which is the African Continental Free Trade Area, it gives opportunity for these businesses to be formal, for them to be integrated properly as a formal business. Don't forget that if you go to the borders today, you will see women buying and selling, hawking across the both borders. But are these women really integrated into our system? No. So you cannot even say this is what the women in Nigeria are contributing to economy. But with AFTA, Nigerian government has seen the need to formalize the informal trade so that you can really know what women are contributing in terms of economic development in the country. And I know I can hit my hand in the chest and tell you that women are contributing more than 50% in terms of the economy of this country, just that is not formalized.
Wow. So, are you getting the necessary support in formalizing this trade?
Yes, we got some support from the federal government. You will remember when they set up the payback, and the vice president asked at the point that registration should be 20,000, and some were even done for them for free. This really allowed a good number of women to have their business formalized into the formal system by having themselves registered. And as I speak today, if you go out to the shops and streets, you will see well-packaged products of the Nigerian woman. But the only problem is that how do we get the right certifications for these women to be able to take their product out of Nigeria, especially as AFTA is around the corner, which has commenced, but just that Nigerian has not really properly taken the advantages of selling and buying across the different African countries. But we're working towards that for our women, that as soon as we get all the policies and what it needs for them to start movement, I will tell you that over 30% of Nigerian women are ready to push their product into the African country.
Okay, while we're looking at that, there's also the question around access to credit, financing these businesses to get them ready to trade with other countries on the continent and beyond. Are you worried about that, and are you having any conversations around that?
Yes, we are all worried about that, not just the Women Association. I also double as the Assistant National Secretary of the Nigerian Business Women Network, which is a coalition of close to 6 million women. So you can see how the access to credit is very important. And don't forget that a lot of banks, through the CBN intervention, are pushing out different packages for women-owned businesses, like the Z Woman, the WEMA, the Unique Care from Union Bank, and some other banks. They're trying to push, but still is not enough. For my mother who is in the, for my grandmother, the likes who are in the village, their businesses are not properly documented. What I mean when I say documented, those businesses does not really have records. So we're working on different trainings to make sure that these women, they have the right bookkeeping, because if you need to collect money, this money is from the bank and not even theirs. So they need to know how you are going to repay back this money. And thank God for the different intervention. You have the one single digit loan for SMEs and special packages for women too that are single digits. But it is only those in the formal sector that can access this loan.
Okay, so let's say I'm in the formal sector now. Who do I go to?
You can go to banks like the Zenith Bank. They have what is called the Z Woman. You have the Access Bank. They have a package. Union Bank and Wema Bank. They have package.
So it means a lot of our banks have those packages.
Yes, a lot of our banks.
Is it a problem of awareness?
A problem of awareness is part of it, and secondly, the collateral is another part of it. If I need to buy machineries and I'm looking for loan, I need to get a collateral so that I'll be able to secure that loan.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but Bank of Industry has put up a package where you can access some of this loan with your business. But how many of our businesses are worth like 10, 15, 20 million?
Oh dear. So you might have to form cooperatives to succeed.
Even if you form cooperative to succeed, the cooperative, everybody might not be doing the same thing. Everybody might not be living in the same area. So what do? It still comes back to you not being able to access this funding. But if you go to advanced world like America, which our organization has its head office over there, loans are 1%, 5%, 5 at most for bigger corporation, but they keep pushing out packages and not creating a lot of bottleneck for the SMEs, especially the women-owned business, to be able to access this fundings.
Oh yeah, so it means we still have a lot of work to do.
Yes, we need to do more.
Hopefully by this time next year we'll have covered so much ground.
I'm sure of that. The women keep pushing, and we keep engaging to know what to do and how to support this bank in making sure that some of our women are able to access this loan, even if it has to be that the organization itself has to stand for the few of them that have capacity. We know by the time we keep doing this, gradually we're able to support a lot of women.
Yeah, I must sincerely thank you for coming on the program. We're speaking with Blessing Iraboza, President OWIT. Thank you for coming on the program. And it is on this end that we're wrapping the show this morning. And of course, the stock market out there on the global scene is a mixed bag because of the Russia-Ukrainian war. And so we value your feedback. Do join us again tomorrow at 3 p.m. for another package. I'm Leah Kating Baba today. Stay safe out there.